is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. So right now I'm about to get into this DDG interview by REVOLT presented by Off Top. So let's get to it.
We are officially off top. DDG is in the spot. What's happening?
What's good?
What's
Big
up? What's
Tigger.
up?
Sir, welcome.
What's up?
So, how did you become such a viral?
Oh shit, you got Rhapsody on here too? You know, Rhapsody, she the queen of the bars. And she top 50 too. All time. Look into her stuff.
Sensation. Did you have like a mentor like that taught you how to make money on YouTube?
Nah, it was just something I was really experimenting with when I was like, I was around the age of 17 or whatever. And I was just like vlogging my daily life. Like you can see when I was going through college, when I moved to Hollywood, when I bought my first car, bought my first house. You know, I think people just really just fell in love with like my story and seeing me come up.
That's dope. So, what made you want to take all those videos down?
I got like this little philosophy behind it, but yeah.
White G. What's the
Philosophy? You gonna philosophize with the crew?
Nah, it's just for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for me.
Hey kids, that's a jewel dropper. You gotta.
Well, basically the reason why he took down all those videos is because he wanted people to discover his music, which is, you know, his current lane, as opposed to, you know, his vlogs and stuff, which everybody already know. So he wanted people to rediscover him, pretty much. That's what he mean by that.
But protect your intellectual
No
property
doubt.
sometimes.
No doubt.
I respect
So
that.
would you say you retired from YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was all for the betterment of what you're doing now.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I got a passion for music. Like this is like what I really want to do. And you know, I feel like some people can juggle both, but you know, it's like, why put that extra stress on myself?
That's dope.
No doubt.
I got a question. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. It ain't that deep though.
That is true though. When you have your hands in so many things, you kind of feel, you know, pulled in each direction, and sometimes you have to cut certain things off to maintain that balance. Like I kind of felt that, like I was doing reactions, doing a podcast every week, and it became too much, so I had to, like, you know, cut it off.
But yo, so like we're in an age of information, social media, the internet is, you know, driving force of everything. For, you know, like the OGs or, you know, people that came up a generation or two or maybe three before, and
Yeah.
they're trying to figure out their space in this new generation. Like, do you have any advice on how to crack the code, like with YouTube, and, you know, just how to, you know, how to
Consistency,
go viral or
dedication.
just, you know, reach fan bases?
Really, you just gotta be yourself,
I love that.
entertaining, and consistent. Because everybody wanna be
Yeah, absolutely.
social media star, you know what I mean? Everybody wanna post pictures and see how many likes they get. Everybody wanna
Right.
do it. So it's like, it's a lot of competition.
Right.
So I feel like consistency, that's what I always tell people.
Right. It's like, okay, I got 10 views a day, but you got to keep going. Like,
Keep going, you
give up.
can't give up.
Right. As long as those numbers
It was at a
go up.
point in time where I went on Google AdWords
Right.
and I bought views.
Because
Wow.
people care
Yeah.
about numbers these
Yeah,
days, right?
and I used to go on this website. It was like a subscriber train or something. You click a button, you get 5 subscribers, but they make you subscribe to like 10 people or something like that.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah. So I used to
It's
try
a
to
pyramid
like,
scheme.
yeah, I used
Yeah.
to try to finesse to get followers. So it's like, you know, it's
I ain't
it's a
never did
numbers game.
that, but you know, you do. So at some point, everybody is like, man, why ain't that happening already? You know, because like for me, my short YouTube career, I've went through a lot of obstacles. You know, from my first channel, which was CaliKidOfficial, that getting deleted, and then this current channel, I was getting like 1,000+ subscribers a month. Then my channel got hacked, so that basically killed off, you know, a lot. Then once I got my channel back, in order to get it remonetized, I was forced to delete over 1,000 videos because they said reuse content, which was bullshit because everybody is doing reactions. So it's kind of like I felt as though they were picking and choosing. So fast forward past that, I finally get remonetized. Then I get hit with 3 strikes, which was like another haymaker. And then I was able to work that out with, you know, the people and get my channel back. So I've been slowly climbing back to, you know, the growth that I was at before, but it ain't been the same.
You made it work for you though, right?
Yeah, somebody put me onto that. You like somebody, and then like it's the thing. It's the
Yeah.
thing. But lots of people do it in order to get their numbers up.
But they get your numbers up, but you don't get no engagement.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's no point. It's people like, they got like 20 million followers.
Right.
You get 100,000 likes. You know what I mean? That's,
So it's not. It's
yeah,
really
it's
not
like
translating
at all. It's just a follower.
Gotta do it
And
organically.
that's where the branding and being interesting comes through. Right?
Yeah, that's
you
how
can't
you
fake it. Like you just gotta be you.
Yep, the branding.
Yeah, somebody- you can fake numbers, but you
6893.
can't
Click
really
the
fake
link in the
like
bio
engagement.
Right.
or scan the QR code you see on the
social media
screen.
jewels right there.
Man, I don't know.
Listen, you are on the 2021 XXL freshman list.
Come on,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Most importantly, voted in by the fans.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you? Like, what was that moment like, yo, you in, and the fans said you belonged?
I feel like, you know, I just feel like a lot of people got liking in me. You know what I mean? So I feel like I haven't gave people a reason to not like me, you know? And just showing my personality is how I got here. So when people know I'm making good music to go with that, it's like, you know, why wouldn't I be on the list? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, I'd rather be picked by fans than somebody in the office.
Okay.
I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, because the people in the office a lot of times be out of touch with what's really be going on. You know, the people gonna know before the people in the office do. That's how that go.
Do that. So many people put so much weight on this cover, right? Some people look at it as like make or break you, but you know whether you make the cover or not, you kind of define your own destiny. So I think that's dope that you was like the people already got me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's ill.
But was that like a validation for you? Like, all right.
That was one of my like biggest goals. I'm not gonna lie, like, cause I'm like a big fan of the list. I used to watch it every year.
Right.
And like I would discover new artists off of it, and I would start actually listening to them. And I'm like, this is what I need. I need somebody to see me, and really look at me as just an artist, so I can like get that same effect that it gave on me with the artists that I watched.
No doubt. Well, that song "Moonwalking in Calabasas," I'm sure certainly helped the outlook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like a turn, but still kind of chill thing. What was the inspiration behind that song? Was it like a night you was out, or?
Yeah, actually, I put up.
Listen in the mic.
I put up to the studio, and and it was like late at night. Kid you not, it took me like 25 minutes to make the song. It was just one. You know how you go in the studio sometimes and you just got it.
Yeah,
you know what I
just in
mean?
the
Like
zone, like,
it's no like
you don't
writing
overthink
block,
it.
none of that. You just, you know what I mean? And it was one of those nights, and I went in there, and I was just messing around. Like I feel like Michael Jackson. That's like a punch. Like you know how you punch in the studio.
Absolutely.
Like I was thinking, how could I spice this up a little bit? And I was like, and I was like, oh, that sounds like Michael Jackson. I was like, I feel like Michael Jackson. And it came out fire, right? And then I kept listening to it over and over and over in the car, and it was just one of those.
Yeah, you know when you got one, you just know, you just feel it. You know, it's not forced. You just catch a vibe, and then you continue from there. So I got a couple of those coming up, so I'm just heating up. I got a lot of unreleased good material coming up.
Those songs that I didn't get bored of listening to myself.
I
So
got
I'm
an
like, let me go ahead and
R&B
put this out.
project coming.
I just put it out
next
myself
year, so-
independently,
That's right.
and I just threw it out there, and it just went viral. Then Blueface hopped on it, and then that's when it went platinum.
What's your favorite Michael Jackson moment?
Thriller,
Yeah. Cause
Like
this
the
is
dancing part, just the whole creative.
the whole creative direction. I feel like that's one of the best music videos.
Mini movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mini movie.
Okay. So collaboration, we talking about in the studio, right?
I think that's what's missing a lot from music nowadays, the creativity in terms of the rollout of, you know, the projects or the albums and the attention to detail in the music videos. Like, I feel Chris Brown does that, but it's not a lot of artists really doing that. So.
And everybody creates differently. For you and OG Parker, when y'all did Die for Respect, you know, what brought your guys together when y'all made that? Like, what was your process in making a record with him and choosing him?
I mean, I always rock with OG Parker beats, and I worked with him before, but we never really like connected on like, you know, producer to artist level. So, you know, we just became homies.
Right.
So then that's when it came into like, oh, let's work, let's make this tape. So, you know, I feel like, you know, I make the best music with people that I actually like.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I like to get to know people that I work with.
Right. So when you creating, you like to be in the studio more than sending records back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you make better music. Like
Yeah.
when we walking in Calabasas
Yeah.
with Blueface.
Because when you in the studio with somebody, it's more organically made as opposed to sending somebody something through an email. Because at that point, it's just like business at that point. It's not like you're not organically vibing and making something with the person. So I can understand that. I'm not at that point yet, but I can understand that.
Is we was in the studio together,
Yeah.
and we got to like collaborate on what we thought should happen. You know what I mean in the record. So I feel like that's what makes.
Is that hard to do in these days and times? Everybody
Right.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like different personalities in the studio. Like
Right.
they might not like this bar. You might want to go on this hook or something like that.
Right.
So sometimes it get tricky, but I feel like the creative process is 10 times better.
Exactly.
Now, based off the project, you have a lot of really great features. Two of my favorite is the Koi song and what's it? Rule
Hood.
Number One with Lil Yachty. Love them. So did you do those in the studio too?
I like
together?
Hood Melody.
I did the one with Lil Yachty they
And
were
I like
both
the
sent,
record he
actually.
did with
Oh,
Both of them
PNB.
was sent back and forth. Yeah.
But I think you
Impatient
guys
was
do
cool
like
too.
lives together, like you and Corey. So
Yeah, so I like to become like homies with the people I'm working with. You know what I mean? Like, what if we go platinum? Like, me and Blueface is like,
yeah.
that's my homie. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
he call him
we
DD.
working together. we
They
elevating
chemistry
each
is
other.
dope.
Right.
Might as well have like a friendship, right? You know?
Hey, check me out. I got a question.
Go ahead.
Artist to artist. Let's say you get a joint sent in, and it ain't at the bar level it need to be. You send it back or you let it live.
Nah, you sound like if somebody send me an open verse.
Yeah, if they send you a verse for your record and then it's like, nah, this ain't really it. They ain't really
Yeah, like,
get it
yeah,
like I
I did.
needed to.
Yeah, I did that before. You know, I feel like
Wait, you did which before? Sent it back or still did the verse?
you saying like if somebody sent me
You
an open
want-
verse
yeah, and you,
for me to hop on.
no,
Right.
for your record.
I send them an open verse and they
Yeah.
hop on it.
Okay.
And
They
it's
don't like
like,
it.
oh, this verse kind of weak. You
Yeah,
let
kinda.
homie go out weak, or you be like, bro, I don't want you to be out there like that. Like, do it again.
See, I ain't get to that point where I'm just telling
Yeah,
people.
he
you know
ain't
what I
there
mean?
yet.
The bars wasn't hot. You know what I mean? So I usually like just hold on to it. Be like maybe had a bad day or something. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold it on to him,
I
but
feel you. I was wondering how you handle that because, you know, it happens.
yeah, you know.
Which record was it? Don't answer that.
Yeah, don't put him out there like that.
All right, so for those who don't know you or haven't been following your Instagram page, you were valedictorian, and then
How you know that?
I do my research. You know?
Okay.
And then you also did a
Dog
project
bar
called
toter.
valedictorian. Nah, I interviewed him before. This is my second time, I swear.
Nice.
So that being said, were you always like smart in school, or like, were you always a smart kid in class?
Yeah. I actually
So
like
humble, I
I'm
love
a
it.
I'm a really intelligent young man.
Okay.
You know, and that's
Yeah, I was like that. I used to help people out with stuff, you know, tests, how to answer certain things on test questions and whatnot. You know, when it comes to projects, I was a go-to person. Yep, homework, all that stuff.
I'm not even trying to be cocky. Like
No, that's,
I was like the player in school, but also
yeah,
the teacher's pet, but also like respectful.
right.
Yeah.
I was like the perfect student.
Right.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? So I got all my homework done. I think I'm like more competitive than anything. Like I wanted to be valedictorian because they said I wasn't, because it was like a dude that was way smarter than me,
Right.
science projects and all this crazy stuff, right?
Right.
Like,
So he was supposed to be valedictorian,
Uh-huh.
but I made sure I put the work in to become number
Yo,
one.
he's watching this right
Yo.
now, like, man, that guy.
He stole my spot.
Yo, I love that, man. It was a point in time where being smart was cool in hip hop, and then there was a point in time it was not cool, which is like.
It's always been cool. Don't let these idiots tell you it's not, because it's gonna be the smart people that's gonna carry you through and drop them jewels. You know, you can only go so far with the knowledge that you have. You know, if it's somebody with more knowledge, you attach yourself to them so you can grow with them. Don't stay stagnant and think, oh, you know, being cool and learning is bad. It ain't.
Like, yo, well, be smart. And, you know, it's dope to hear you talk about that. Like, it means something. I tell people all the time, like, you can't be successful and be a dummy.
Yeah.
Those things don't go
Yeah.
hand in hand. You know, you hit records and be like, but nah, that's just always a mass. Like, all these cats are smart when they make the level.
I mean, I feel like every artist that's somewhere is smart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like, you know, it might not be academically or whatever, but
Right.
you got to be smart to be in this business and make
Right.
it big.
Street smarts, book smarts, you need some smarts, son.
Yep.
Look, so
Son.
valedictorian, then you go to college. I went to college too.
Yep, I got my BA
didn't
in
finish as
studio
well.
art,
It's a
graphic
mistake.
design.
finished.
That's
But,
how I was able
I was one
to
credit
design.
That was
you
a
know,
lot of credits.
that's how I'm able to, you know, do all these different visuals as far as, you know, the logos and stuff for my album, you know, my clothing line, all that. That's where that come from. I graduated from Cal State Long Beach in 2016. Go 49ers.
But you know,
I graduated.
You left early.
Yeah.
What inspired that decision for you?
I was making a lot of money.
Yep, and he was making that money.
Yeah, that's the truth. Like,
Me, I
was
ain't
in
made money
college
like
doing
that
a
yet.
YouTube
My
thing,
checks don't
and-
be a lot, but
and I
hey,
used to ask my
it's
homies,
going
I'm
up
like,
from there.
Damn, like this is like my sophomore year. I'm like, man, how much money
Something
would
is
you
better
like
than
need
nothing.
to make to drop out? Because it's at the point now I'm skipping class to do YouTube. You know what I mean? I was in my dorm for 3 weeks making videos,
Right.
Wow.
making
Right.
bands though. I was making money, so I'm like, do I really want to wake up at 8 in the morning and go to this class that's talking about something that I don't care about? You
Right.
know what I mean? And I know it has nothing to do with my major anyway. Why y'all making me take this? You know what I mean? So I just sat in my room when I worked and I asked my homies how much money they need. They'd be like 8,000 a month, blah, blah, blah. And then at the time I'm making 15, 20, 30. So I'm like, man, I got enough money that I can go do something. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I went to LA on my birthday. This was like 2016. I went there on my birthday and I loved it. But I never went back.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people go to college for their parents, like, because they never got the chance to. So do you feel like you were
I
there
went,
for
you
your
know,
parents?
for myself as
Nah, I'm
well
first
as to, you know, develop a skill. You know, you can take graphic design, you know, with anything. It comes in handy because, you know, in terms of, you know, the music you hear before and after all my videos, I did it myself. You know, the artwork you see, I did it myself. The logo you see is actually myself. When I was in college, I just blacked out the picture. You know, my clothing line, all that.
So I was the first one to go to college. So
So she wasn't tripping when you was
she wasn't tripping at all.
Okay.
It was like,
It's like,
I'm paying the bills. You know what I mean?
bags on.
Yeah.
we're like, we'll get the next one to be the first. you got brothers and sisters? Oh, they going to college?
Nah, I'm first generation. Oh, my sister.
Yeah.
My sister, she like social media. Listen, go to college.
Yeah, he put his family on. You know, you can't do nothing but respect that. You know, I fuck with him heavy because I see a lot, you know, of myself in him in terms of, you know, the drive to succeed. You know, venturing into different areas in life in terms of, you know, music and, you know, all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Telling nobody not to go to college, but
No.
like, you know, when you in a, you know,
I only ask because,
It's
you
a
know,
lot of different paths.
yeah, being first generation, some families, like, they just want that one to be like, we have one at least. You know, it means something to some people, but whatever. But I like that you took your own path in your hands and you didn't do anything for anybody else.
Yeah, in terms of my immediate family, I was the first to go to college and get that degree. Yeah. There was others that, you know, went but didn't finish. So yeah.
Putting yourself.
yeah, but you gotta, I was valedictorian in high school.
Yo.
You know what I mean? I'm supposed to
I
finish
was honors
college.
in high school.
Who's the
All throughout.
Yeah, I was supposed to finish
Even in college, I made
feel
the
like it was
dean's
smart
list,
for
which
me to
wasn't
leave.
easy,
Because
especially
I
as
would
an
have
art
graduated
major.
in 2019. 2019, I'm
Right.
up there. You
Right,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like, I feel like if I would have stayed, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things I can appreciate about you, it sounds like no cap. I was kind of like you in school. I wasn't valedictorian, but I was, you know, I was kind of smart, but I was cool, and I did all these other things. I was DJing. We was throwing parties, and it was really dope to have these different layers to yourself. So you just one way, or this was a one-trick pony, or that's all you could do. But then I heard that you can box.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Like you nice with the hand.
Yeah, man.
Like you don't need security.
I mean, these days, ain't nobody fighting. No more.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I gotta have
Unfortunately.
security.
Because
but,
people
like,
don't want to take an ass
um,
whooping,
when I
so
was
they
younger,
quit to
yeah, I
do
used to
this.
box.
Really?
So it was like, I wanted to be Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? I wanted to be Roy Jones. I wanted to be Muhammad Ali. You know what I
Right.
mean? I used to box for like 4 years. I got into it because my friends was doing it. It was like when I was a kid, though. I'm like 5th, 6th grade, something like
Okay.
that. So it was just something that I was like, let me do it with my homies. And I ended up falling in love with the sport, and I just kept doing it.
Boxing can teach a lot of things. What do you think is the biggest
Discipline.
lesson you learned from it?
It's discipline for sure. It's
Right.
like it-
See?
you gotta really like
We in tune
live
with
and
each
breathe
other.
that type
I
of
tell
sport. I
you
feel like
that.
that's one of the harder sports.
Oh, the training for that is
Yeah,
rigorous.
it's
Yup.
crazy. So it's like, you know, you don't want
Like in terms of sports, when I was younger, it was racing for me, you know. But I didn't want to, you know, have to go to practice and all that stuff. So that's why I didn't, you know, stick with it. But the funny thing is, I made the track team in junior high just to prove a point. But I didn't stay with it.
get in that ring, get embarrassed.
You've been watching it lately, people.
Yeah.
Embarrassed, I ain't saying no names.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think about the state of boxing today, like with celebrities boxing versus
I
professional?
like it.
Like,
I personally think
think
it's
it's
more
exciting.
exciting. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, sometimes you want to see your cousin play basketball. You don't want to see LeBron play basketball in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? You want to see something a little more.
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see my cousin, you know, cross somebody
But the
up.
only thing is, I don't like when, you know, you have fighters duck other fighters or make excuses and stuff like that. That's the only thing I don't like. So it is cool when you see celebrities get in the ring and punch it out instead of shoot it out, because, you know, that happens.
Like,
Yeah,
you
like,
got
oh,
one
my
time.
cousin. I feel like that's what it is now. It's like, oh, it's a celebrity. Oh, I used to watch him. Oh,
Yeah.
I listened to his music. He just knocked him out. Oh, that's the homie. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's more like, it makes the fans make it feel more personal. Like a lot of people don't like it, but I like it.
All right, got another question. If you was to get in the ring with anybody,
Oh, I know the answer to this one.
who would you want to get in with?
So yeah, I'm supposed to be boxing Toosii, right?
Oh,
But
I'm
like,
late.
yeah, I'm trying to like,
It
I'm
was
trying to set it up.
I saw the exchange. What
This is
happened?
how I feel about it. I feel
Alright.
about it. You know what I mean? I feel like if somebody got an issue with each other,
Yep,
'cause
get in the
you
ring.
know how it go down. You know what I mean? Somebody end up getting really hurt, killed, blah 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 blah
Right.
blah. If me and him is two, like,
Yep, I saw a
superstars
lot
or
of that
whatever,
growing
right?
up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that.
Why not capitalize off of it and settle the differences like men?
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? That's
Right.
that's what I'm about. I mean, we can go that way if you want to go that way, but
Right.
why go that way if you ain't got to go that way?
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, listen, I don't know Toosie's hand combat skill, but I'm not jumping in the ring with someone who's been formally trained from 6th grade.
But look though, anything can go though. That's the
Yeah.
thing with boxing. It's like I can get knocked out. I'm human. You know what I mean? I can get hurt.
Yeah.
Like it's like but it's a competitive sport, and I'm willing to get in the ring with anybody. So it's
Right.
like I'd rather do that
Right.
and
Nah.
make some money.
Yeah.
Make some money.
Right.
That's a valid
And
You know?
everybody walk away
Like the
alive.
way he
Yeah.
thinks.
It's all
Where
good.
is the bag in this?
So let's talk about, adopted Pontiac or your other aliases. What was it like growing up in Michigan? Like take us there. and
It's
impact
really,
that
it's
had.
actually really rough. It's
Yeah.
really, really rough. It's one of the Pontiac specifically is like a very small city. It's one of those cities like we ain't got no mall. We ain't got like a lot of the schools closed down. Like it's like one of those cities that's not really like,
I'm from a city like
you know what I mean? It's not developed for real. So
right.
it's not much to do but be out in the streets.
having sex,
Having sex.
Yeah.
Like kids get pregnant out there. Like
right. Doing
so it's
drugs,
like doing drugs. It's like you don't have no other entertainment. So it's like you don't until you like I didn't get on my first
Long Beach not like that, but it is a mix of all of that, the gang culture, drugs, people do getting pregnant early, you have people pregnant in, high school and, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I can relate in that sense,
first airplane till I was 16.
I
So
just
it's
took my first
I
flight
feel like
at
people in
28,
those areas
so
don't
hey.
get to experience what's outside of
right.
that small
Is that
city.
the first time you left Pontiac?
Yeah, I vlogged it too. It's my first
Okay.
video.
That's dope. It was.
I went to Washington D.C.
Okay.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, like think about it. Like now you've been around the world. You're like, okay, Washington D.C. I ain't finna go there and be like, this vacation. You know what I mean?
But you had never left.
But I never been there. That felt like vacation to me. I'm
No
like,
doubt.
this is crazy. Like I'm in the air right now.
I can
Flying
relate to
in
that
the
for sure.
clouds.
I was 22, like so. When you come from a small town like that, like we do, there's a lot of fishbowl mentality, right?
Yeah.
Crab
How
in the
you think,
barrel.
You having the success you had and leaving, and your people getting to see that has inspired them, or has it at all?
And that's the thing, I remember having a conversation with, some homies in high school in terms of, I want to see everybody win, because a lot of the, crime and stuff that we do have nowadays is because a lot of people is without, and if they did have it, things wouldn't be, so bad. So I want to see everybody win, that's me.
Yeah, of course. I feel like a lot of people, I know a lot of people look up to me,
Right.
because they see me come from somewhere like that. They know it's very, very possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just about you choosing to put dedication into something that's going to make you financially stable to be able to move around and see different things in life. So I feel like
That's my goal, to be financially stable. I ain't there yet, I just started, making a little money on YouTube. My checks ain't a lot, but, at some point it's going to get there. But, I have my hands in a lot of things. So where there's a will, there's a way.
like a lot of people look up to me because it's documented everywhere. You know what I mean? Like you can see it. You can go see what I did, and
Exactly.
you can literally copy
This is
me
the
if you wanted to.
blueprint.
Yeah.
Right. So I just got one follow-up question. Being in that position that you are, do you feel pressure when somebody like, yo, help me out?
With
Like
the extra cousins or just people?
The extra cousins.
Extra cousins.
When you grow up in small towns like that, your friends are like your cousins because you
Yeah.
grew from kindergarten to 12th grade almost, right? So how do you decide like who to say yes to, who to say no to? Like, what's your advice on how to balance that?
I mean, if somebody asks me for help, I don't give like unlimited help.
Right.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
really
there's
teach.
a point.
I really
Yeah.
show you, look, you can do this and that. Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
put them
Here's
in
the
a
book. It's
Yeah, see, when I get in a position, where I'm making, millions of dollars and stuff like that, I'm gonna put the person in a position to where they can make the money for themselves, and then they can teach the person next to them, how to do the same thing as well. That's gonna be my approach to the situation when I start, making money like that. Because I think that's the best thing, right? Because if you give, if you just keep handing money out and then you decide to cut it off, how is that helping? As opposed to, putting that person in a position to, make the money that you know you will be handing out, you know, they can teach that to the next person, you know.
It's up to you to read it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't like really, I say no a lot. You know what I mean?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, I'm not scared to say no.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you really genuinely want to learn something, I'm gonna teach you what I can teach you.
I'm gonna teach you how to fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that today. You
Yep.
can teach somebody you can give somebody a fish, or you can teach them how to catch the fish.
And they eat
eat
for a
fast.
lifetime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a lifetime.
Yep.
Now, like you said, you've documented everything from your first experience traveling to Washington, D.C., and we also seen like your relationships. So do you feel like being public with your relationships has hindered it any?
Yeah, I definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Public relationships are 100 times more difficult than like.
Yep, because you're under a
relationships when
microscope
y'all just
and everybody in your business.
non-public lives.
You know, I ain't go through that on that scale, but you know, when you in school and you know, everybody and their mama know, you know, that's how it do be like that. So, you know.
You know what I mean?
So are you done with that moving forward? It's no more public relationships?
It's almost impossible. You know what I mean? Being in the position that I'm in, like, if I want to go on a date somewhere, somebody might
Snap
say,
a picture.
Oh, DDG, let me take a picture. But might record me on Instagram all of a sudden. Shade room or somebody find it. Who is this girl? Blah, 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 you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden everybody going to her page, blah, 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 everybody know my girl. It's like, it's
too much.
It's almost impossible.
But you can control what you share and what you. I think lots of people overshare.
But you can't control what other people share.
Yep.
So that's the real problem.
That's where it get funky.
You gotta touch the
You gotta sit and have some conversations with them before you know, go public with them. Like, hey, you know, I try to keep things XYZ. Do you do that or nah? You just.
I go with the flow, man. You know, I don't really. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? So I don't really like to stress anything, you know, but it's definitely difficult to keep a public relationship.
Okay. You retired from YouTube. You about to put hands on somebody. Ladies, he don't like that public stuff. You gotta relax. Outside of all that, what can we expect next? Like, you know, what's the next path, the next thing?
I mean, I'm really just focused on music right now. Like that's my main goal. That's my main thing that I'm like focusing on and wanting to elevate in. So, you know, just more music, more content.
Come on.
Yep.
More collabs, you know, like just more everything. Like
You plan on touring off of Die for Respect?
I'm going on tour. I always go on my own.
Me as well. More music, more content. You know, I got my clothing brand as well, you know. So if you're watching this, be sure to venture on over there and support that. You know, you can scan the QR code you see and it'll take you over there, or you can click the link in the description. You know, I got the hats, you know, I got the t-shirts, I got swimwear for women as well as men. I have things for kids as well, so you know, be sure to head on over there and check that out. You know, I just dropped my album, so check that out as well.
On a little headline tour.
Yeah.
So I've
With
been on
Kevin
like 2
Gates.
headline tours myself.
Yeah, he about to go on tour with
but
Kevin
I'm doing
Gates.
a supporting tour with Kevin Gates in the fall.
Okay.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm gonna just be on the road, tour after tour after tour.
On the
That's how you're
road
supposed to do it,
again.
right?
Hell
Yeah.
That's how it works.
You got that right.
Where the money resides.
And everybody can't wait to get back outside.
Fact, you
Yeah.
out here. And listen, he's in here. DDG is getting in this. Are you ready to get in the zone, bro?
Yeah, of
He's
course.
ready to get in the zone. We ready for him to get in the zone. I like it. I like it. It's happening. We off top with DDG. Keep it locked.
You know what? This was very dope. I enjoyed this a lot. You know, Tigger, he kind of felt like an uncle. You know, Rapsody, she felt like an auntie, and then you know the other woman, you know, she felt like a cousin or a close friend or somebody you know, you went to school with, a homegirl. So this entire situation was dope. So you know, shout out everybody that was on this. Yep, Symone. Diddy.
Collab includes a Big Mac.
Yeah, this was dope. This is very dope. You know, at some point we gonna run into each other because you know I did go to the Challenger games. He was there, but you know he left before you know everybody was allowed you know to venture onto the field and you know mingle you know with everybody who was there. But yeah, this is very dope. I like this. So you know this video is already 30 something minutes, so you know I'm gonna just end it right here. So but as always, I appreciate everyone that tunes into my videos. If you're new here, you know, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications. I drop something new every day. So, you know, there's that. And be sure to drop a like and a comment below. And until the next one. Peace.
Dreaming, dreaming.